Iran this morning says it has arrested 17 Iranian citizens allegedly recruited by the CIA to spy on the country's nuclear and military. Some of them have already been sentenced to death. Oil is spiking this morning as British officials try to figure out the next steps days after Iran seized a British-flagged oil tanker in the Strait of Hormuz. Yahoo Finance's Blikre is here with us with the latest on our touchscreen. Walk us through what's happening with oil right now.
Well, we can see oil prices are elevated right now. They're up about 1%. And if we look at the 5-day price action here, it tells a pretty good story because we can see on Friday when news hit the wires of that seizure of the British ship, we got about a 1.5% spike in oil prices, and they were up overnight, although you can see they've been retracing a little bit. But clearly the trend over the last 5 days, and in fact even longer, is down here. And in fact, these are at least a 1-month low here. So a few things could be going on. Number one, I think traders have become inured to these geopolitical shocks, especially with respect to Iran. In the past, when we've been talking about these developments, oil might have spiked 3-5%, and now it's just an opportunity for traders to sell into the news. And that's because we have demand concerns worldwide with the trade war and also with China, and also supply concerns, oversupply concerns with respect to U.S. shale, especially going into next year, 2020.
And Jared, even with this news out this morning, how do you feel as though this can have long-term repercussions? And I mean, this is the tip of the iceberg with that kind of a story. We don't know a lot of details yet. Some may have been killed. We're not quite sure of the details. Have you been following the story any further?
Yeah, and we don't really, it's an opaque situation right now. And of course, this comes just weeks after the British captured an Iranian vessel in the Straits of Gibraltar. So this could escalate. I mean, it is escalating right now, but again, not to the point where we're seeing it reflected in oil prices. But, you know, with regard to these Iranian sanctions that the U.S. has imposed, another factor is China. And right now, Iranian oil is being stockpiled right outside their border at their ports. It looks like maybe 2 million barrels, and we're going to get some data over the next few days that may shed some light on this. But is this a technical violation of the sanctions? I wouldn't be surprised if this is another tool or another sidebar in the trade war going forward with respect to China and Iran.
Thanks for the insight, Jared.